Good morning, math masters and math wizards. Time for Eureka Math in the morning with Mr. Leggett. Gonna get started right away. Remember, we're taking mixed numbers and we're turning them into improper fractions. All right, so let's get started right away. We're going to do this a little differently, though. We're no longer using the number line because that takes a long time, right? There's got to be a quicker and faster way to do this, and I'm going to show you that way today. So I'm going to start off with 3 3/4. Go ahead and get out your scratch paper and write that down. So we're going to turn this into an improper fraction. Remember, an improper fraction, the denominator is larger than the numerator, and this is what we call a mixed number, a whole number, and a fraction. So this equals 3 plus 3/4, right? And we did this a little bit yesterday. Kind of, in a way. But so we're going to show how we can turn this 3 into an improper fraction. And the way we do that is we go 3 times, and we're dealing with fourths, so 4/4. And 4/4 is basically equivalent to 1, right? But watch what happens. Watch what this becomes. I'm going to start down over here. Well, do I have enough room? Not really. Let's do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, right? The denominator remains the same, so we have 12/4. Then I'm going to add on my 3/4 up there. And that will equal what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 15/4. Okay? So now let's give another one a try. And this is 4. And I'm going to write a little smaller because I'd like to have everything fit. 4 1/3. So this equals 4 plus 1/3. You with me? 4 plus 1/3 is 4 1/3. Now what we're going to do is multiply this 4 times 3/3. And then we'll add on the 1/3. Okay, so we have 4 times 3/3, which is basically 4 times 1, which would be 4. But we're going to turn it into an improper fraction. When we're doing the parentheses first, 4 times 3 is 12. 4, 8, 12. The 3 remains the same. And then we add on the 1/3. What's that equal? It equals 13/3. Okay? This is just one way to go about this. Remember the video with the improper fractions and well, I never and all that? They were telling us just to go 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13, and we get 13/3. This is just another way of doing that, a little better way of understanding it thoroughly. Let's do another one. 4 2/5. And this is going to equal 4 plus 2/5. And that will equal 4 times 5/5, or 4 times 1. Mrs. Robillata used to call this a fancy form of 1. So, and then we add on the 2/5. So what do we get? Well, 4 times 5 is 20, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. The 5 remains the same, and then we just add on the 2/5. Remember when we add fractions, the denominator stays the same. 20 plus 2, 21, 22 is 22/5. Okay? Now you might not need another piece of paper, but I do. And we're going to get started here with 4 6/8. Okay, what is this going to equal? It's going to equal 4 plus 6/8, which equals 4. Watch what we're going to multiply by. What do you think we're going to multiply by? If you said 8/8, you're absolutely correct. 8/8 plus 6/8. And what will this equal? Well, 4 times 8, 8, 16, 24, 32. Or we count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So 32/8 plus 6/8. Okay, what does that equal? Well, I know my 8 stays the same. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38/8. All right. So now I'm going to teach you, we're going to do one more like this. And no, that was our last one. We're going to do a different method, the method that we learned on the Khan Academy and the Snopes video. So this is even a quicker way to do these. I'm going to start with 2 3/4. Now, how do we do this without making that big number sentence or without drawing a number line? 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3, 9, 10, 11. So our denominator is 11, our numerator is 11, and our denominator, 4, remains the same. Let's do another one. 2 2/5. It's going to be an improper fraction, so I do 5 times 2, 5, 10, plus 2, 11, 12, and that's my numerator, and my denominator remains the same. So it kind of goes like this. We multiply and then we add. Well, that's exactly how it goes. So we multiply those two, the denominator and the whole number, and then we add the numerator to get 12/5. And believe it or not, if we did this, it would come out to 12/5. If we did the number line, you can see it's 12/5. This is just a quick way to do this. Let's do 3 3/6. And if you need to use your multiplication chart, that's fine. 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18, plus 3, 19, 20, 21. So you have 21 on top and a 6 on the bottom. Okay, so we did 6 times 3 plus 3. 6 times 3, 18, plus the 3, 21. Okay, let's go do another one together. We're going to do 3 3/8. 8 times 3, 8, 16, 24, plus 3, 25, 26, 27. 27 is the numerator and 8 is the denominator. It remains the same. Why don't you try pausing and do these yourself for the last, I'll do one more together. All right? 3 1/10. Well, think about it. I know my denominator is going to stay the same. It's going to say a tenth. But 10 times 3, 10, 20, 30, plus 1, 31, and we get 31/10. Okay? Now you're going to try one on your own. I'm going to coach you through it a little bit, help you set it up. Let's do our next problem is 4 3/8. Okay? Think about it. 8 times 4 plus 3 is going to go up top, your numerator, and your denominator is going to stay the same. Go ahead and hit pause and try and figure this one out. Welcome back. 8 times 4, 8, 16, 24, 32, 32 plus 3, 33, 34, 35, and my answer is 35/8. 8 times 4 was 32 plus the 3, 35, and the denominator remains the same. We'll keep going on. 5 2/3. Remember, your denominator is going to remain the same, and just multiply the 3 times 5 and add 2. Go ahead and hit pause. And welcome back. 3 times 5, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, plus 2, 16, 17, and we have 17/3. Let's do the next one. 6 1/2. Remember, your denominator is going to stay the same. You're going to multiply the denominator with the whole number and then add on the numerator. Pause. And welcome back. 2 times 6 is 12, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, plus the 1 is 13, and we have 13/2. Let's do the very last one. 7 3/10. Think about what we're going to do. You know the denominator will stay the same. multiply the denominator and the whole number, add on the numerator. Go for it. Pause. So we have 10 times 7, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus 3, 71, 72, 73, and we have 73 tenths. And there we have it. So be sure to take the quiz. It's worth 15 points. I'm not grading it. See how well you did. Test your knowledge. Remember, this is the same formula for all of these mixed numbers, to turn a mixed number into a improper fraction. So you might want to watch the Snopes video one more time that I have posted, and then take the quiz. I'm sure you'll all do fantastic if you take your time. Make sure you log on to IXL or Zern for 20 to 25 minutes, Imagine Learning for 20 to 25 minutes, and please check your science section and your language arts section. Thank you very much.